What you think is what you become.
You're listening to the Forging Titans podcast with Dominic Hume.
Hey guys, this is episode number 5 of the Forging Titans podcast and part 4 of the Art of Progress series. This is our last and final episode of the series, so I hope you have enjoyed the series so far, and in this episode we are giving you fantastic content. So, before we get started, a few announcements. Forging Titans online personal training. Email me at forgingtitans@gmail.com for more information, or send me a message on Instagram or Facebook. Visit forgingtitans.com and sign up for our fantastic new newsletter for offers, updates, and promotions. And you get to stay up to date with our new products, what we're doing and what we're up to. And you get, obviously, fantastic tips and methods on how to become a Titan and master yourself. Also, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at Forging Titans for your free daily Titan Metcon Master and free daily motivation. Also, something which I'm exceptionally excited about is the Forging Titans apparel, which is in the design phase. So I am really, really excited with the designs. I might give you guys a sneak peek into the designs a few weeks from now. So that is to be looked forward to. Cool. So, time to get started. Today's topic is on mental toughness. So, mental toughness and getting your mind in check. What is mental toughness? I'm pretty sure you guys think you have it. You might do, you might not. So, let me just clarify this in today's episode and show you how to train your brain, develop mental toughness, and make you a Titan. So, mental toughness is a internal drive, internal want that pushes you to complete a particular action or a task of a goal given to you by yourself or from someone else. That's simply that. So it's kind of a force within you, which actually makes your body physically perform beyond normal standard task and go beyond your comfort zone. Very easy. Everyone has their own special signature way of completing tasks that they think is challenging or that they feel is out of their norm. So this develops your individual character. Your own unique way makes who you are. This develops your character. This allows you to pick out your weaknesses and you turn them into strengths. That's important. Right. Next on how to develop mental toughness is to actually just be more, just look on the bright side, be more positive, don't be a downer. We can't control what happens to us in our everyday lives. It's just completely unforeseeable. Unforeseen circumstances, unforeseen situations, unforeseen stresses which occur on a daily basis that we cannot prevent, but we only can mitigate through positive reactions. I'm pretty sure you guys have read about is it Google's Google CEO's Sundar Pichai's story about cockroaches. So I'm sure you can go on Google and type in his story, Sundar Pichai's cockroach story, and the baseline of it all, the whole moral of the story, is Don't react in life. Respond. So reaction is sort of second nature. You don't think, you just do. Responding, you give it some thought. You put effort into it. So respond positively. Make an effort. Responding positively is a choice. It should be more than just an idea. And you should take it on a practice run every day. Make it a daily effort. Say, think positive, do positive, behave positive. So there's a few ways to stay in the positive zone. Number 1 is laugh. Number 2, smile. Next, think positive. You think, and hence you become. And the next one, as I've stressed in all my episodes so far, is your environment. Be around people who are positive. If you are the sum of your closest 5 friends, and if your 5 friends are exceptionally positive people, then it'll catch on to you. Next is be a good friend. Being a good person in general makes you a happier person. Be kind to strangers. Just be kind to everyone. There's no reason to be mean, to be negative, to be critical, or to be too critical. Constructive criticism is always good, to some extent, but I'll save that for another episode. Next one is love yourself. I am a huge advocate of the whole love yourself movement, which I have apparently just started, which I am going to start, love yourself movement. I think people in today's society want people to love them, through all this social media and content and all that stuff. I think most importantly is to have a good outlook towards life, to be positive in life. You have to love yourself. There's no two ways around it. And the final 2 is relax and spend more time with your family. Obviously, families aren't always perfect. You might argue, you might quarrel. But I'm sure you've heard of the saying, give and take. And that's what we have to do. When we give and take, we approach things in life in a more relaxed fashion. So there you have it. That's a few ways to stay happy, stay positive, think positive, behave positive. Being negative creates its own self-fulfilling prophecies, and it leads to all sorts of nonsense going in your life, like, worries and stresses and anxieties. But then again, I will save that for another podcast. This podcast aims on giving you the tips on how to build your mental toughness and what it's all about. So to build that mental toughness, to start this whole journey on building your mental toughness, you have to change your thinking, reframe your thoughts. And here are, again, a few ways to do so. So I don't only give you, what you have to do. I give you the steps to take, the more detailed steps to take. So here we go. Ways to reframe your thoughts. Daily positive affirmations. Do them. They might sound a bit pseudosciencey and they might not have, scientific backing, but from my own personal experience, they work a charm. So give it a go. Wake up, go to the mirror, talk to yourself and say, man, do you look good? I want to be healthy. I am fit. I am wealthy. I am focused. I am. Develop emotional stability. Right? Be sure of yourself. Again, environment. Remove yourself from situations where you know it's going to be stressful. If you can foresee the stresses coming, just say, hey, I've got to step out for a moment, or just remove yourself from there. You don't need that negativity. Next is to develop something I call mental resilience, perseverance. So when you develop that mental resilience, you develop mental toughness. So in the context of fitness, right? If you are doing a really tough Titan Metcon Master, for example, and you can't get through, let's say, 15 minutes of that workout, and you give up halfway, that is not mental resilience. That's just giving up. There's no benefit in giving up. If you had to push through that workout and shown yourself that you could have done that workout, you could have completed it no matter how hard it was, and you gave it your best ability, this habit translates into all other aspects of your life. If you can do a 15-minute workout, which is tough, killer, that mindset of I can do anything if I push through it will carry on in everything else you do from that point on. And it becomes a habit. It becomes mental resilience. It becomes part of you. Next is get motivation from others. And of course, part of loving yourself, motivate yourself. Go do your mirror talk. I'm really big on this mirror talk thing recently. Go talk to yourself in the mirror, motivate yourself. Say, hey, man, you are worth it. You can do this. And surround yourself with friends who push you on, who are on the same page as you and the same goals, similar goals, not necessarily the same goals, similar goals. You guys, a team goes further. Within a team, each individual gets the support to reach their maximum capacity. Going further, going ahead, becoming better, developing that all-important mental toughness to go further in life. And the last but not least is to boost your confidence level. How to do that, you may ask? It's in episode 4. Go listen to it. Well, okay, so if you haven't heard episode 4 of the Forging Titans podcast, we talk about self-confidence and how to develop it. Basically, it's just to do the things you love and keep practicing. Start from baby steps. Start small. Start with sharing your ideas with your friends, and then with a bigger group and the bigger group, and then, taking opinions and criticisms as they are. If you can learn from them, learn from them. If you can't, then just move on or find a new way. Do more research. Be sure of yourself. Rather simple. If you want to find out more, go listen to episode 4. Developing mental strength. Developing. 3 parts to this. Talent, independent thought, and the importance of exercise. Exercise. We are a huge advocate of exercise at Forging Titans. Actually, we bring you every self-development tip through the perspective of fitness and exercise. So let's go one by one. Talent. Talent is basically passion. What you're good at, what you love to do. Discover your strengths and work on them. Know what you need to achieve and what you can achieve. And knowing that you get to jump on a path to guide you to know what needs to be done to get where you want to go. That's all part of mental strength. And that's all putting you in focus. Next, independent thought. Man, stand up for yourself. Speak up sometimes. Most of the time. I always speak up. And whether people around me really like it or not, I am aware of how far I can go in the setting that I am in, but I always try my best to get my stand or my point across, because people can take it. It isn't too bad. They'll listen. So when you get into the habit of thinking from an analytical point of view, like the who's, the what's, the when, the why, the how's, you develop this critical thinking process, and you view stresses and situations in a much different perspective. And this allows you to determine the hidden agenda behind the actions. And this allows you to respond properly and accordingly, which is important. You want to keep your composure. Build your confidence. Again, episode 4. Speaking your mind allows you to build confidence and allows you to communicate clearly.